Welcome back to GrandOldTeam. Everton have drawn 1-1 with Manchester United at home, but I think we're all a little bit stunned at what we've just seen. Confused, bemused, angry are words that I would use. Dave, what's just happened with that final disallowed goal?
I don't know. I said to you then, just off camera, I only saw it live. You just got it up on your phone for 3 seconds or 5 seconds or however long it took. First of all, I'd say that Sigurdsson should get up off his feet, but I think now, thinking about it, since we've just seen it then, he probably doesn't want to attract anyone's attention or get into the eye line, so if he stays still and lets the action unfold around, unfurl around him, well, he's actually doing himself a favour. So I see that, but from what I saw in the ground and what I've just seen on your phone, and they showed it, that's really unusual when to show a VAR decision in the ground. I went to Brighton with the worst penalty that's been given in this league since it came in, and he never showed that again. Millwall last year, they put it up and then had to take it down because it was really unusual. That was odd. You're right to say that. That was strange, the last 5 minutes there. But the actual operative point of it, the overall message of the day was, we scored a really strange goal to begin with, but they camped on us the last half an hour of the first half. As soon as the substitution, they kind of camped on us and took over. And at half time, I feared for us. But second half, we flipped that right around on them. And for the last 30 minutes there, it was us camped on them and them looking to break out of us. And if any team was going to win that game, towards the end of it, in the last 15 minutes, it was going to be us. And actually, that was hard lines. If you look at it as an overall picture, that was hard lines at the end. We were the one. The Richarlison, week in, week out now, gets stronger in the last 10 minutes of games. He becomes more influential. If he doesn't score himself, he'll create it, or he'll be involved in a build-up or something. Watford, Arsenal, here today, all around it. That was a massive positive for us.
It's very interesting that you say that, and it's an observation that I would make too. At about 60 minutes, I said to my dad, this is unpopular, but I think I'd take a point here. Because the game at that point hadn't properly switched. Was it the Bernard change? What was that?
No,
what
happened
to provoke that
change?
It was
incremental progress, but we're getting better at that, at game management. We were poor last week. For an Italian team to concede goals like what we conceded, that one, the third one, in the first minute.
Well, you can tell by Ancelotti's
having
face.
Just equalised right before half time. Yeah. That's anti-Italian, if anything.
Yeah.
It's anti-Catenaccio, so we wouldn't have been happy with that. But I watch these all the time. I go every week and I see all the minutes of all the games, and I'm telling you, we're getting better in the final third of games. We're getting stronger. There's more runners. We get more chances. That's all positive for going forward.
We've spoken a lot on this channel about Jordan Pickford, the enigma that is Jordan Pickford.
Yeah,
so
again
today, again, it's that contrast in performance. So a soft goal, I think, to concede again. Fernandez doesn't hit their one particularly well. We saw that the last time we were here with Benteke's shot against Palace that went in, but then he pulls off an exceptional save. What do we do about Jordan Pickford? What's your stance on Jordan Pickford, Dave? I know you don't like to commit to whether a play's good or bad.
I'm not dodging the question, but I'd say the more pertinent answer is, what will Ancelotti do about him? And I think at 25, 26, already England's goalkeeper, and like we said, he's got them worldies in him. So if you can cut out the stupid mistakes and keep the worldies, that's the optimum scenario. The problem is, if you've got an average goalkeeper, you can't transfuse him with the ability to make worldies, no matter what you do with him, because he's average. If you've got an exceptional goalkeeper that makes mistakes, which he has given us glimpses that he can be, I think he'll persevere with him.
So which one is Jordan Pickford though? Is he an average goalkeeper? Is he a goalkeeper?
You can't judge a goalkeeper at 25 years of age.
Okay.
You cannot do that, because if you sign a good goalkeeper, you get a decade, sometimes 15 years out of it, almost unique. In fact, it's unique on the football pitch. The age, like a fine wine goalkeeper, you're very rarely. I mean, Neville was exceptional, but he was also decent at 30. If you watch him in the 1995 final, see how good he was then. That was experience.
Right.
That was gaining where to stand and how to deal with games. It's game management. I think there's loads of positives. I also thought they were good. Man United thought they had a game plan, and they're getting players now and starting to get a system. So it was tight. But for us to come out of that in the end looking like there was only going to be one, if that was a boxing match, we'd have been one on points there, definitely. So then, you've got to look at on the and where we were before Christmas. It's literally the 1st of March today.
Yeah, no, you're zooming out and you're looking at the
that's what you've got to take.
Thing. No, I get it.
That's what you've got to take. The bad thing though is the red card for the manager at the end. That's unfortunate.
Tom Davies is a player that provokes debate among Evertonians. I thought he had a bit of a checkered game today. First half wasn't great. What did you make of Davies' performance?
I thought it was symptomatic of the midfield. I just said to you, in the first half, our midfield weren't getting possession. They were chasing and harrying and water carrying, trying to put fires out everywhere because they were camped on us. I thought everybody was better second half, and I thought they all got better towards the end of the game because we were getting more possession, more space, more runs, more second balls. I thought the back, considering Michael Keane gets all kinds of stick, I thought that was sound today. I thought it was solid. We didn't look in any trouble at any time. We made the odd mistake, but if you watch Everton defence week in, week out, we do that regular. So he switched it round. There's 4 or 5 changes today, and you'd look at Arsenal going there, and we played well. We deserved something out of that game. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the whole thing. So if we have a couple of slip-ups here and there, I'm prepared to work with it because from what I was seeing, we go back on YouTube. Literally, we were there.
I remember.
And done them
quite clearly.
So I'd say this is not that anymore. So I'm finding a positive in that. The games we've got to go to Chelsea, and Liverpool will come here in our next 2 games. Well, if we were facing them in late October or late November, we'd have been turning our hair out. Well, now it's kind of thinking on. Let's see what happens. That's positivity. That's progress.
One final question, Dave. I know you're not enthused by the whole European question.
I'm willing to work with it. My priority is I want that song to stop, that 95 song. So how I look at it is, the sooner we win a domestic trophy, that goes away and we can all go and try and do whatever we want to do. But let's get the cart before the horse. Let's win something. Give belief around our film. Win the FA Cup and go on and take on the world after that. It's a belief thing. So I'm not just doing it for me, I'm doing it for everybody. I want to see this club return to its rightful place. And I don't think the Europa League till the last 16 or the last 8 will actually do that. I think winning that cup for Aston Villa just in the final 4, that's what I want. I'm not against it in principle. I'd take both, by the way. I'd take both now.
Look, as always, Dave, thank you, mate.
Cheers,
mate. Cheers.
Hollywood George,
Cheers.
peace out.
Nice one. Cheers.